Hello, everyone. As you probably know, we will be continuing online learning through June 15th. So expect the same type of lessons all the way through to make it as easy as I can on you. For May 14th, your fifth lesson of the fourth quarter, you will be writing two paragraphs about how the nonviolent and or Black power philosophies shape the tactics and legacy of the civil rights movement. That will be your first paragraph. Then, how to use those lessons to develop a civil rights strategy for the COVID 19 pandemic. So, a lot less explanation on this because it's the same thing over and over again. Your first paragraph, you build that argument. You're going to be looking at the nonviolent ideas mostly put out by Martin Luther King Jr. and the Black Power philosophy mostly put out by Malcolm X. It is way more complex than that. It is not a simple cut or dry issue. But to make life easier, we'll look at Dr. King's idea of nonviolent and Malcolm X's idea of Black Power, and what is the philosophy behind those? Like, why are those good ideas, and what are the tactics? And then finally, what legacy? What did they accomplish by following those philosophies? Your second paragraph is where you will be expanding. So it is your own thinking on this. How would you take those lessons that you learned in the first paragraph and apply them to the civil rights issues that are developing around the COVID 19 pandemic? One of the key things here is giving speeches in public assemblies, not really possible. Sit ins, not really possible. So, a lot of these tactics of the civil rights movement may not be possible. So, how can you expand on these ideas? Your first paragraph is going to be based off of readings from page 721 through 745 in the textbook. I picked page 721 because it starts with the Montgomery bus boycott, and then it's the rest of that lesson and the following lesson. Just like last time, skim through it, find what you think is relevant, and read what you need to. If it helps you to take Cornell notes, I would be so proud of you, but you do not have to. You will need to provide warrants from those pages. So I know you read them, looked through them, pulled something out. You will also need to provide evidence from either the 1963 Martin Luther King letter from a Birmingham jail or an excerpt from Malcolm X's ballot or the bullet speech. On fourth quarter lesson 5, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will find the Dr. King source here where my cursor is, and the Malcolm X one here. For the second paragraph, you will be making that move to expand or extend on your argument. You will use information from the videos. Let me show you the videos I recommend watching. Communities of color see alarming rates of COVID 19 cases. Ibram X. Kendi on data research about Black Americans and COVID 19. And Newark business owners talk COVID 19 impact on the Black community. You will also need to read one of these two sources. The pandemic is putting American civil rights legacy at risk, which is an opinion, and why the virus is a civil rights issue. The pain will not be shared equally, which is also an opinion piece. So they're not reporting, they're giving opinions. You'll turn this in the way you always have. I know some of you are struggling, so I put this video up front. Let me just get it to the homepage. About how to find your Google Docs. I have a folder with all of your Google Docs. When I click, I can very quickly go and find the next one. I already set it up. If you notice up top here, period 2, fourth quarter, lesson 5. If you type that in, either up here or up here, you should be able to find it. You might have to go down here, shared by me, to find it. All right? Other than that, you guys know I gave a simple version of the directions here. It hasn't changed. Do your best. If you have any questions, Thursday I will be available.